This is Sam Vaughan for Sam Sports Report. Today's date is Saturday, March 14th, 2026. Kansas loses to Houston yesterday in their game. Wasn't even really close. 69-47. Arizona survives over Iowa State 82-80. Florida gets upset by Vanderbilt today 91-74. Michigan survives again over Wisconsin 68-65. Purdue leads UCLA late in the second half 58-54, and Arkansas is beating Ole Miss 58-55. But we'll see how that one finishes. Ole Miss trying to be the Cinderella team in the SEC. And Salou just can't seem to get it done. I was getting so excited about Salou, maybe getting to the tournament, but they screwed that one up today as they lose 70-69. Salou's going to have a rough time getting as far as I thought they may get in the NCAA tournament. Maybe they'll stay around for the second round. UConn plays St. John's tonight at 6:30. And in the Big 12 championship, trying to get the automatic bid will be Houston and Arizona. Expect Houston, if they win, to get a number one seed, maybe. Florida, could they steal Florida's spot? That'll be in question. Missouri still liking to go around and find out if they want to make the tournament. Still liking to do that. Still wanting to screw around and find out and make the tournament. We will see. Kansas State hired Belmont's old coach. 5 years, $17 million, so about $4 million, I guess is what he's making. 5 times 3. Oh, guys, about $3 million. They just don't seem to want to pay the coach as much as Jerome Tang made. Obviously, he made way too much money at K-State. I got really no other news for you on that. World Baseball Classic continues tonight. Italy leads Puerto Rico 8-2, bottom 5th. And Japan will play Venezuela tonight at 9. United States won their match. We'll see what happens in the World Baseball Classic semifinals. It looks like United States will play the Dominican Republic, and then could be a rematch with Italy, I guess. Kind of hard to understand out World Baseball Classic. That's why the manager probably predicted that there was another World Baseball Classic chance and find a way to mess that press conference up. And that is Sam on Sports. Let's hear more on 810 for making jokes about Missouri's.
When you have schools, businesses that don't want to accept people, that's where it gets hard. And I feel like there should be some laws in there where if someone is discriminated based off their race, their sex, whatever it is, that business is held accountable for their actions.
Do you think it's worse nowadays than it used to be?
Oh yes, I believe that 100,000%. I will say ever since the Mike Brown shooting and everything that transpired after that, yeah, things have gotten 10 times worse. And then when you have what these people call a president, and he doesn't care about the way he's treating people, the way he's talking to people. I mean, look at what he's doing to these families. He's separating these families, torturing these families, causing these families trauma. And this is the example you want the next generation to have. We are not leading the next generation to success when we have someone in office like Trump, who is showing no love, no care, no nothing. Only thing Trump cares about is himself. He doesn't care about the people and how the people are being affected by a lot of things. He just cares about himself. And that's what we're seeing here in Kansas City and all over, is everything is done by example. And if you're not leading a good example, then everything underneath that is not going to work. It's just going to be chaos. And that's what we're seeing now. It's a bunch of chaos.
When I asked this question,
What?
I feel like we could fix a lot of things. What's one thing we could do to make the news better?
The way we can make the news better is they put correct information out. Stop putting false information out. Tell the people the truth. Tell the people the actual facts. Not based off what a spokesperson has said or what somebody in there, whoever it is saying about that person. If you ain't spoke to that person themselves, fact check.
Do you think it would be better to start with the positive than the negative first?
I think if we talk about the positive, that's fine. But if you're going to talk about the negative, have all the facts before you put it out.
I guess what I'm asking is if we talked about the positive first, and then we talked about the negative last, think it would make it better? Or not really?
I mean, not really.
No.
No. I mean, we see that every day on the news now. They talk about the negative and still, when they talk about the positive, still nothing has changed.
But if they started with the first?
I mean, if they started with it first, that may work and it may not work. But it's just everything, because you have to look at it. When it comes to the positive things, they're speaking on the actual facts. Everything with the negative is, half of it is factual stuff and half of it is a lot of loopholes and a lot of question marks. So when you have a lot of loopholes and question marks, you can't give the people half information. So what they're going to do? They're going to make their own spin on it to get people all riled up. And next thing you know, we deal with all this chaos. So it's just like, you have to fact check when you're going to put stuff out there in the media.
Florida did get run out of the building by Kentucky yesterday. Florida did get run out of the building by Vanderbilt yesterday, 91-74. Vanderbilt completes upset. And so Louis loses St. Louis, loses Dayton 70-69. Howard gets the automatic bid 70-63. And Michigan beats Wisconsin 16-65. Let's go to the scores of yesterday and then we'll go through the championship games. Yale beats Cornell 88-76. UNBC beats Vermont 74-59. In the final, advance to they come to their conference to the NCAA tournaments. Michigan beats Wisconsin 68-65. 91-74. The upset in the SEC. Fort Vanderbilt advances to play. We'll see in the SEC championship here in a moment. For Vanderbilt, 91-74. Howard, 70-63. Dayton beats SLU, giving the upset and giving my hopes for SLU to win, and they will release the Sweet 16, looking slimmer and slimmer as they lose. Dayton, 70-69. Penn loses to Harvard in the American semifinals. South Florida beats Charlotte 86-64. Arkansas comes out final overtime as Ole Miss makes a final shot to force it to overtime, but can't continue their miraculous run in the SEC tournament. It's a lose 93. Purdue wins 73-66. VCU beats St. Joe's 77-64. Wichita State beats to Tulsa 81-68, 73-62. Utah State in their finals against San Diego State. They win their championship and go to the NCAA tournament. And Arizona beats Houston 79-74. St. John beats UConn 72-52. Prairie View beats Southern 72-66. Toledo beats Akron 79-76. Kinsaw beats Louisiana Tech in their final 71-60. Duke wins the ACC Top Final 74-70 beats Virginia. Hawaii wins theirs 71-64. They win their final. And NCAA Baptist wins theirs 63-61. So teams that get the automatic bid yesterday are Howard over North Central. UConn beat St. John's 72-52. St. John's gets the automatic bid. Prairie View beats Southern 72-66. Akron gets in 79-76. Kinsaw gets in 71-60. Duke gets the automatic bid 74-70. And Hawaii gets the automatic bid 71-64. And St. Baptist gets the automatic bid 63-61. That is basketball update. Give you bracketology tomorrow. This is NCAAM Conversation. And the Zeus Tournament Live. Sit on the bell.